What is up? I'm your host, Gabby, and welcome to the Shit My Roommate Says podcast. Come vibe with my guests and I as we share our stories and open up about the taboo topics that roam around in most people's minds. And welcome back to the Shit My Roommate Says podcast. I'm your host, Gabby, and today we have with us a very awesome friend who I also met from a previous guest on the podcast family. Let's give it up for Mr. Brandon, people.
Oh yeah. Hell
Hello
yeah.
there,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I was so excited to get you and Brittany on, so I can't wait for her episode to kind of be recorded at a later time frame. But to
For
know that I
sure.
have you, I'm going to be starting with you. I
Oh
will
man.
admit, like, the bar is going to be set very fucking high.
Damn. Here we go. Let's get it rolling. I love it.
Well, I know you are new to the SMRS family, and
Yes,
how we
ma'am.
kind of like to start things off here is I like to have the guests say a little bit about you and give us a rundown, and then we kind of go into how you and I met. So
All
feel free
right.
to
Sounds
take it
good.
away, sir.
Sounds good. Oh shit. We met, let's see, how many years ago?
Oh,
We
God.
met in the water, in the ocean. I owned a pontoon boat at the time, and I was very favorable of doing shotguns like every 20 minutes. So I'm
Kind of
pretty
like an
sure you
alarm
did your
clock
first.
thing.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. I knew exactly what time it was. It was always shotgun time. For sure.
Exactly. Yes,
Yes.
y'all were my first shotgun experience, and I honestly do not think I have shotgunned beer since with anybody else. Like, I
Mm.
only do it with my Corpus
Those
family.
are
And I say
rookie numbers. You gotta
Corpus.
get that. You gotta get that shit up.
I know. Nobody's as badass as y'all. Ooh, my friends are gonna go
Yeah.
be pissed right now.
Oh, don't
I'm
tell them.
I'm opening up a can of frijoles and beans right now.
Uh-huh. 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 I hear you. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, from how we met, for the viewers, a little bit of a background. You and I met from Ashley, and then of course I met you and Brittany at the same time.
Right, right.
And from that, it has just stemmed,
Blossomed. Yes, it has
yeah,
indeed. Indeed.
5+ for sure years of
Oh, it's been
friendship.
at least maybe way more than
Oh
that
yeah, because
because it's been the.
I've known Ashley 9, so
Oh,
I know
okay.
it's been at
Okay.
least 8.
Right, right,
But
right.
I'm like, okay,
Where
it's anywhere between there.
it had to have been something in the summer or just a
Yeah,
random weekend. And if I own the pontoon boat and we have to go back that far,
that was
that
May.
has
It was May
that.
because it was the same time I met Kaylee.
Oh, okay, in May. So,
Mm-hmm.
man, but it had to have been 10 years ago if I owned the pontoon boat. It's been a while, but
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
it's been a long time. I'd say decade friends for sure. For sure, indeed.
The one thing I've loved is that I've always been so fascinated. And it's funny because everyone says I'm kind of like the white Mexican of the group because I gravitate to all of the white people so easily
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
make the bestest of friends, you know.
Right, right. For sure, for sure.
The best part about y'all though is that y'all's spontaneity in a way just like matched mine,
Yeah,
and we
yeah, yeah.
all vibed so well. I was
Oh,
like,
big time, big time.
this is like an extended family. Like, I want to come over all the time. Let's do sleepover.
Yes, yes, indeed, indeed. And you're still welcome. Let's
Yes,
go.
we
Let's
still do
do it.
those to this
Let's
day.
do it.
And
Sure.
you know, that's where I got to meet you and Brittany, and you know,
Yes, yes.
stemmed a friendship from Ashley,
And
then
how
to
did you
where
meet Ashley? I don't even think I know.
Ashley and I
Yeah.
were neighbors.
Oh,
We lived in
okay,
the same
okay.
apartment community. So
Oh, okay,
she
okay.
was the first floor, and I lived right above her.
Oh, okay,
So
okay. Yeah, so you heard it all, or both of you heard it all. Yeah.
how her and I kind of interacted was that I was underage and I had invited her to a party we were having upstairs,
Oh,
but
wow.
I invited her so she wouldn't call the cops
Jealous.
on us.
Nice. Yeah. You thought you would have called the cops?
Well, you know, I mean,
That's awesome.
I'm being
That's awesome.
courteous. I was trying to
Right,
be a
right,
nice
right.
neighbor. So
Because
that's
she's old.
where
Older. No, she's not old.
she always had that bitchy face, so you could never tell. I always told her,
Yes,
I
yes,
always thought
yes.
prior to meeting you that you were a bitch. but I
Right,
meant
right,
it with
right, right.
so much love and sincerity because
Yeah.
I'm like, it's it's not the way you act, it's just the way you
Right, right,
look.
right.
It's just
Me and actually have like a love-hate relationship. Like honestly, like I love her to death. We get along so great, but then sometimes we could bicker and fucking fight and just we'll get at each other's throats. We will, but I love her to death. She's my little shit.
you know, I've always found it, and I feel this way with my closest gals,
Hmm.
is that I've not had an argument with them. I like to say me and Emily, my original roommate, her and I had like a tiff on like one occasion. Other than that, like, but it was something we said our piece, we got over it in like
Yeah,
an
right,
hour
right.
tops, and then we were
Yeah,
fine. And it's kind of like
yeah.
that way I've always had it with Ashley,
Right, right,
Brittany,
right.
and
I
I'm
have it the
like,
same way with Ashley. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Same
just
way.
like, it's that's how you know it's like we're on each other's level. Like you're gonna understand if I'm fucking mad right now,
Right.
to just make
Back the
way and
fuck up and you're gonna
get
understand what's
out.
going on. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I've always loved that all of us have just always had that like chemistry with each other.
Yes, yes,
It's
indeed.
made for some of the best memories.
Indeed, 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 it does. I love it. I love it.
And how long would you say you've known Ashley?
Mm, uh, Ashley V.
Ashley V. Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
V.
I realize there's multiple, so
Yeah.
I should have,
So I didn't know
definitely.
if you were talking about Britt's sister, and I'm like, because
No, that's
I'm so used to so many Ashleys. You have no idea.
I like to call her in
But
my head. I always call that your sister wife because
yes,
they're
yes.
always so
Okay, we
close.
can do that. We can do that. Yeah, because everybody else does. They're like, we know something's going on. I'm like, no, I just take care of her. I don't really get it. It sucks. I wish I did, but no, I don't. But
I've
anyhow.
always found that funny. But no, yes, Ashley V. How long would you say you've known her?
Oh, well, shit. I mean, as soon as I met Brittany, it was like in the first 3 to 5 dates, Ashley came along. I just can't remember the exact, but I think at the time we were always going out to Brewster, but we went out to Sharky's many times and then out to Port A and we went over to Bernie's.
Mm.
Got
I've seen,
crazy over there.
I finally was able, I visited there not too long ago. And so I was finally able to kind of see all of
Right,
those
right.
places. So it
Yes.
was nice to kind of be like, oh, okay, this is where everybody was kind of telling me all of these
Right,
times. So it was kind of
right.
nice to finally put the faces to the places
Yes, yes,
in
yes,
a way.
yes.
I
Right,
love
right.
that.
Oh, man, but we've clicked ever since.
I I feel like you naturally, I don't know, to me, you might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I feel like you click with people naturally. Like
I
you're just a very
I
hospitable person.
I'm usually the one that always breaks the ice first. Usually the loud one, spontaneous and almost overbearing, almost overstepping sometimes. But that's how I always do it. And it's like, we'll click right away or we won't. And
True.
I have that with some people. They're just like, I don't like this loud fucking guy. Get him away from me. This guy needs to calm down. He's like, my anxiety's getting higher because he's just being beside me. So it sucks, but whatever.
And so that actually brings me to the fun part of today's kind of conversation.
Uh-huh.
I've always found yours and Brittany's relationship. One, I always tell her, and you can even ask her, y'all are relationship goals to me.
Come on.
Yes, all day, every day, y'all are 100% relationship goals to me. And so the whole body basically of this episode
Yeah.
is to just touch on the
How
success.
the
I
fuck we
feel
make that happen?
how though,
Or
yeah, man, that
oh
fucking
man.
relationship goal. So I
Oh
I had to put, the title out there. We are
yeah.
talking about the 9-year engagement
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
that kind of went
We
into
went through
that.
a lot. We went through a lot. So you want to start? I mean,
Let's
if you
start with
want to
how y'all
know,
met. Let's
if
start
you
with how
want to
y'all
know,
met.
if you want to know about the end, which it's not end yet, it's still going, but if you want to know how we got to where we're at, you got to know where it started. So I guess that's where we'll go. So me and Brittany first met at a bar in Rockport, and it was 21st birthday. Blew me the fuck off. But it was my buddy Robbie Parker. Me and him were out on the town going out, and we're in the bar, and he goes up to the bar, and we're getting drinks, and he goes, "Oh my God, look, there's the Dolmash sisters." I had no idea who they were, and I said, "Who's that?" And he goes, "Let me introduce you." So I met Brittany and Ashley, and it was her birthday, Brittany's 21st birthday. So I said, all right. So the night goes on, and I go up to the bar, and I noticed her drink was getting low. And so I asked the bartender, I said, hey, what is she drinking? And he goes, oh, she's drinking a tall mug, chilled of Miller Lite, frozen glass. I said, all right, well, let me get her that. So I went up to her, gave it to her, and I said, here, happy birthday. She took a drink, said thanks, turned around, and walked off.
Love
Didn't
it.
talk to her the rest of the night.
Fucking savage.
Let's fast forward 6 months later. I'm in a different bar, Agave, and I'm with a guy friend, Austin, and I introduce him to a girl that I know named Lauren, and ended up setting him up on a date. And so she goes, well, I don't want to go because I don't know the guy. I don't want to go alone, so I want you to go. And I said, well, you're gonna have to set me up with another friend, a girl. Let's do a double date. She goes, all right, let me think about it. She got back to me. She goes, I got the perfect girl. It's like a week later, we're going to Brewster Street and walk into Brewster's and see Lauren, Austin. They hug and everything. And here's this girl that blew me off 6 months earlier on her 21st birthday. Yeah, so then I said, hey, I know you. And she goes, oh my God. So it was like she knew right away. She knew right away who I was. And she always says that. She was like, yeah, I remember blowing you off bad. So, but what was funny about the whole ordeal is before we got to Brewster Street, I stopped at a gas station in Portland. And when I was in Portland, I went in, got a Red Bull or something and a pack of smokes. And I came out, and this girl was humping my truck on the grill guard, upside down, humping the shit out of it. And I said, hey, what's up, girl? And she jumped off and run in, and she was laughing. Well, it turned out it was Brittany. It was her. And just so happened, we didn't even talk to each other at the gas station. But whenever we were leaving Brewster Street, we went out in the parking lot. She goes, this is your truck? I said, yeah. She goes, oh my God, I was humping your truck at a gas station in Portland. I said, fuck, that was you. So yeah, it was like fate. But this is where it turned into a 9-year engagement. So me and Brittany got together. Life was good. You know, I had everything I ever wanted. I bought a house at 19. I had the trucks and all the boats and RVs and all the good life, money and everything. And then I had my first builder that didn't pay me money. And it was like my first hiccup with construction. And he owes me to this day 50 grand. And it hurt. And that happened when me and Brittany first started dating. And it turned into where that 50 grand he didn't pay me. And then the recession happened. It's like around 2008, 2006 in that area. And that right there put me in bankruptcy. Lost my house, I lost my truck, and so fucking weird. Here I am, a 25-year old with a 23, 22-year old, and I got two kids in diapers, going through a divorce, going through bankruptcy, losing my house, and this woman stayed with me. What the fuck? Why, right? I don't know. I guess she really had something for me. She believed in me. And let me tell you, we went through the hardest of fucking times. And I lost everything. Lost everything. We had nothing. Pennies. and she was still with me, stayed with me. That's why the engagement went on for so long. It was a money thing. It was for so long. It took me a long time to bounce back from bankruptcy. Uh, and it just fell off my credit this month. I actually posted my credit score on Snapchat the other day. Did you see that? And I'm actually have excellent credit. I'm in the 750s. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, it's been 10 years since
That
I
is
filed
goals.
bankruptcy. Yeah, I filed bankruptcy 10 years ago. My God, we're gonna get real personal. Um, this woman stayed with me for God honest. I can't still tell you. This woman loved me for some reason, and she loved my kids. This is a woman who didn't want to have kids. I know you've noticed that we don't have kids. We've been together for 12 years. We don't have kids. And when we got together, Brittany said she didn't want kids. And at that time, I said, that's great because I was going through a bad divorce. So I was not thinking about having any more kids myself. Um, Later on, I thought it would have been nice to have a kid with her, but she was so adamant. But I find it great now because she is the best stepmother. Oh my God.
I love it.
Let me tell
I
you.
noticed that instantly because
Yeah, right,
one of the like few times when we first met each other, I did, I met y'all without kids first. And
right,
then right after it was when I met kiddo 1 and kiddo 2.
right,
And I just, yeah, I saw a different dynamic. So I grew up divorced parents.
right,
My dad, had, relationships. I had a stepmom eventually. And,
right,
you know, the relationship I had with my stepmom, while we had a great relationship, I see this relationship from a bystander now, it's
right.
from a younger woman, of my age or around my age with 2 kids. And
Yeah, yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
that's some shit. But I was like, that works.
Right, 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 right.
I was like, I love it. It was
Yes.
so, it, it gave, and, I too have a bonus daughter. She's 10,
Right,
and
right,
it was such a pro stepmom moment. It was
right, right.
like,
You can relate to it. Relate to somebody.
yes,
Yes,
it
yes,
was so relatable, and it was very just kind of, yeah, girl, like,
yes,
like,
yes. I'm right there with you. I can relate to what you're doing. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
that part of, like the end of Breakfast Club where he's like, yeah, like,
Yes,
I'm
yes,
just like,
yes.
yes, like I felt that,
Take
and
me
I'm like,
back
you
to
know
the
what?
80s. Yes, yes,
Yes. And
yes.
it was just such a good positive moment. I was like, and then
Right,
of course now I have y'all on social media and I
right,
see
right.
everything and I'm just like,
You want to
I
know something
love it.
so crazy? It just like since we're talking about kids, my daughter just started her period.
Oh,
Uh,
how did that
Hope
go
she
for
doesn't see this, but listen, get
you?
this. She just started it a month ago, like right between, no, it's been a little longer, right between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And get this, she was with her mother when she started, but she texted Brittany first. And the first person she told was Brittany, help, I just started. And she was with her mother. That's how close she is with Brittany.
I love
Text
it.
Brittany, asked her help. What do I do? And she goes, where are you at? She goes, I'm at my grandparents' house. And she goes, was your grandparents there? And she goes, yes, but I don't want to tell them, which is her mother's parents. And um, she goes, well, try to go look in this under the bathroom sink, see if you can find something. She found something. It was a pad or something. But anyway, moral story. She figured it
You
out with
called
Brittany,
her.
but she called Brittany to figure it out before she even asked her mother, and her mother was there. They were all outside, like hanging out, around a bonfire, having a little family get together deal. But she's that close with Brittany, is what I'm saying. She loves Brittany, loves Brittany. I mean, I
That
couldn't ask for a better stepmother.
that is I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You don't see many cases of that. I'm in, several like stepmom, like support groups and stuff, and there are times where like I'll read something, and I'm not one of those. I'm not going to bash people, but
Right, right,
I'm not going to like put my opinion out there. But
right.
there are some women who, have expressed how they felt, and I'm just like, mm. Like there are just certain things I'm just like, ooh, that is very cutthroat.
Can't agree with them. Right, right,
It's
right.
it's it's very hard to relate
Let me
because
tell you, me and my ex used to fight like cats and dogs, and so I know what you're getting through. Some of these women, they have a mindset. They're so angry, so they're basing their anger and all their decisions off of their anger. So
yeah,
that's when you're just like, God dang, cutthroat. You're like, I don't see myself doing that, but you're like, you don't feel their anger through what
yeah,
they're going through, you know?
I see a lot of, there's a different times where there will be a woman and she's just like, I can't, I wish I was never a stepmom. And I'm like, she's like,
Oh
but I love
shit.
but I love my devoted husband or
Right, right, right.
boyfriend. And I'm just like,
Oh, so you're getting it
he
from that angle. I
he's a
didn't
pack
see it.
I'm like, he's a package deal. And
Right,
I'm
right,
like,
right.
you wish you were never a stepmom. Well, then you would wish you were single,
Right, right.
like
Yeah, yeah.
you take the man with the child. When
Right.
I met Chef and I found out about kiddo,
Hmm.
it was refreshing. It was nice
Right,
because of course I had Bad Girl Jewelry was an infant when we met, and so it was nice to know like you relate, like you're a girl
right.
dad, I'm a girl mom.
Mhm.
We now have that talk of, do we want to have like an hours,
Right,
do we
right.
want to have a baby together? And I kind of look at
Yes,
him, and right now we're on that in between of like,
yes, yes.
we already raised this one together, though yes, she is technicalities
Right,
mine,
right, right, right,
but you met me when she was a month old and you've been
right.
here ever since.
Yes,
Like
yes, yes.
we just celebrated 3 years. So I mean, it's kind of like, within a way, it's like, yes,
You're on the fence over it. Yeah,
yes, you want a baby. Yes, I would love to have a child with you, but I feel like we've already raised one
right,
together.
right.
We
And then
can
of
do
course
so
the
many other
time you're
things.
like, holy shit, we're going through a pandemic. What are we supposed to do? Like, bring a baby into
Yes,
this world right now. Like, yeah, there's so many obstacles to go through. It's terrible.
there's
I
just
understand.
too much going on. And
Right,
I don't
right,
know. I like the idea. And I was like this. I always like to say BC, before child.
right, right.
I
Hey, here you
I
go.
was always, and this is, when I met you, I was always a get up and go. Like if I wanted to go do something, I went
Hmm.
and did it. All I had
Right,
was a dog. My dog was my co-pilot. He went with
right,
me,
right. Yeah.
and now it's just kind of like, there is a disadvantage to multiples, but there is a disadvantage to smaller ages because you have to be wary of climate, of did you pack
Hmm.
enough of this or that,
Right,
so
right, right.
to know
Y-
that we're like
You're
already
not thinking. You're
that,
thinking about so much other things that you can't even think about yourself. Yeah.
thank you. And
Yes. Yes.
now and I know it sounds silly and a little selfish, but
Yeah.
we're starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. Yes. And see, that's the thing about with
And
me and Brittany.
I'm
Me and
ready to
Brittany
fucking
got
run.
me and Brittany got to a point where we were like stable with money, but then the kids were like 7 and 6 and 5, and we were like, even if we thought about having a baby, we're like, man, I don't think we want to start over with diapers. I mean, we got through the hard part. She was there through the diapers. She was
Yeah.
there through both kids being in diapers. Kanan was a year and a half, and Kinley was like 6 months old when we first had our first date at Brewster Street. Yeah, yeah, that's insane, right? It's insane, but yeah,
Awesome.
it went fast. And then from there, she even told me, she was like, I'm not going to move in with you until you're completely divorced. And I was like, all right, I understand that. So went through the whole process, got divorced, and then she moved in with me like
So
right after that.
y'all were already engaged before y'all even moved in with each other.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So I'm thinking timeline.
Um, let's see. moved in.
I'm making us think right now. It's like
And I tell
making
you,
all of these
she,
details.
you
You
know
don't
what?
gotta,
And
you
then
don't gotta worry.
she would probably see be so much better with this detail. Like months wise, she'd be like, "Yeah,
No, 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 no.
we got engaged on this day." I'm like, "Oh God."
You're cool. So
So
how? So I guess
I
this
can
could
tell you
be
how it all went, and I can tell you what I did. It was actually kind of special.
okay. So we will do that, and so let's
Okay.
do this. So time frame from starting relationship. How long did y'all get? How long was it until y'all got engaged?
From when we first started, oh, 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
We were together for
So
2 years.
let's
Yeah.
fast forward to engagement
Okay.
day. How did you
Okay.
do it?
Oh, engagement day. Well, let me tell you. So, did you know that Brittany didn't have a father in her life, a father figure? Her dad walked out on her when she was 4 years old.
I knew a little bit.
Okay. Well,
It's one of those things like, when it's like a slight mention, but you never
yeah.
touch on it because it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to.
She he walked out on her before she was 4 years old, but at 4 years old, that's when her stepdad came into her life, and her stepdad and her mother have been together ever since she was 4 years old. But her real dad never had anything to do with her,
Gotcha.
and I don't know, uh, touchy subjects. But
Mm-hmm.
so anyway, her father figure was her grandfather, which was her mother's father. Mother's father was in the military. All right. So my engagement was what kind of military was he in? Well, found out. Same as being at the USS Lexington. I went and took her down there, took her to the Republican of Texas,
Mm-hmm.
have dinner, had dinner, and took her out. We went out on the walk out on the beach by the Lexington at night. Moon was shining, stars were above. Got down on a knee in front of the Lexington and proposed. And I said, I didn't have a chance to ask your father or your grandfather. I said, but I did ask your mother, and your mother approved of me proposing to you. So here I am. You be my wife. There it was, in front of the Lexington. So yeah, it was very special, very special.
I love it.
Yes, yes, yes,
Every girl kind of has. I'm one of those. So like I'm that sappy little girl that still on the
yes,
inside. It's like this is
yeah.
so
Oh,
cute.
hit it. Yep,
So
beautiful.
okay. So y'all got engaged. Did y'all plan on wanting to get married soon, or like?
We were wanting to within like 5 years, but then it happened 9 years later. uh,
so
and
take
then it happened 2 years longer than it was supposed to because of the hurricane. It was supposed to happen in 17, then it didn't happen until 19. So it was,
So yes, for the viewers, this is actually what makes Brittany and Brandon's story so unique is that so you said within 7 years y'all had already planned because it was right, it was like 2017 that y'all were to get married.
2017. We were supposed to get married in October
Yep,
in
I remember that.
2017, and hurricane hit in August 23rd, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in there in
Yeah,
August,
Hurricane Harvey.
end of August, and so then 2 months away was supposed to be our wedding, and we completely canceled it, postponed it, not canceled it, but postponed it to a future date, in which we were trying to figure out when, but we finally figured out the perfect date, and I kept telling Brittany. She kept telling me to pick the date. She was like, I picked the last date. It didn't work out. So she was like, you pick the date.
Did y'all have
So
a maximum? Like y'all weren't gonna let it go past this
yeah, a
much
certain
time.
time, and then the venue actually gave us a certain amount of time. They were like, look, we will, we're not going to because they had a no cancellation policy kind of deal, no matter what. And then the hurricane happened. So then they said, look, we'll go ahead and give you, I think it was like a year and a half They said pick a date in the next year and a half that's open already, and we will give it to you for free, and we won't no charges, nothing. And uh, so I think we went like the max, and it was all the way to like February 9th, 2019. But it kind of had a nice little resemblance. I told Brittany, I was like 2919. I was like, have you added that up yet? She goes, no. And I'm like, 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 19 is 30. So 2 plus 9 plus 19 is 30. I said, do you realize you're getting married at 30? I was like, there you go. I was like, it was meant to be. You know, you're 30 years old and you added, I was like, I'm a math whiz because I love doing construction
You're such
numbers.
a fucking sap, Brandon. You have to
Yeah.
make
So I'm
everything so
like, 2,
romantic. I'm
9,
like,
19. I'm
the
like,
girl in me, my heart is gushing right now,
yes.
okay?
Add up the numbers. I'm like, 2, 9, 19 is 30. I was like, you're getting married at 30. I was like, it was meant to be. It was perfect. I was like, it was perfect. I was like, even though we didn't get married in 2017, I was like it was meant to be. And then that night, it was so spectacular.
It
It was
was
like a
so
little
cold.
fairy tale. Yeah, it was so cold, but like a fairy tale, fairy tale cold.
It
I
was
know.
beautiful.
I felt no pain. I didn't feel no pain.
Let's
I
tell the
was
viewers
oh
what
yeah.
happened to you on your special day that you waited so long for.
Well,
Brandon, what did you do?
let's see. The wedding was supposed to, well, it was supposed to start at like 5:30, and it was like 2 hours postponed. So then all my groomsmen kept giving me shots. So when it came time to the wedding, and I was like, all right, I'm doing good. And then after we got through the ceremony and they were like, all right, it's pictures time, it was just like downhill. And I was over there just like lost it. I at
You
one
were not even
at
wasted. You were wasted.
I was, you know what, and you know what sucked? You know what really sucked? Is my niece and my sister had got there, and I smoke pot regularly. And it was the first time my niece showed up and she was like, hey, I have a weed pen. And I'd never done a weed pen, never in my life. And I'm hitting this thing like left and right for like the last 2 hours. And then I just got sick. I got sick, and I think that's what had really actually got me sick, and the 1,200 shots probably. But
Just a minute,
it
just a
happens.
little, right?
Yeah, and I hadn't eaten all day, and I was just like shot after shot, and I was like the night before we were drinking, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was just nerves, one thing after another, and didn't even make it. I mean, I made it through the ceremony, not through the reception too much. But then we got to the house and I actually felt better and we were great. And me and Brittany smoked a J, and then we ate our cake at like midnight or 1 in the morning. We ate our cake, and we got in the hot tub, and it was like 2 in the morning. We stayed up our wedding night. I was like, I finally came to. I was like, maybe I just needed that break, just put me in the truck. Let me go to sleep for a minute. And they round two, ding, ding, ding. Brandon's up, and it
It
was up.
was such a fun night, and
It was
I
everybody.
just remember, I want to say
Shit,
it
even
was,
the bachelorette party was a fucking time of it. Oh man,
dude.
we need to do that again. Let's go back to New Orleans.
Okay, so it's so funny you said that, because so I told Ashley already that I really want to go back to New Orleans, because remind
AV, Ashley
yes,
V, not
AV.
my
I have told AV, and I think
AV.
I've told Bay before
Oh,
that
okay,
I wanted to go back, because remember, I couldn't enjoy it to the extent of
right,
chocolate. I was
right.
pregnant.
You were pregnant. Yes, I remember. Yes,
So
yes, yes. You were
I
rocking
didn't
it still. Hell yeah.
I was so okay, so I am not, for those listening, an irresponsible person by any means. It was that we
No,
had to
no, I
prepay
didn't
for
mean it like
our
that.
no. So
She
many,
wasn't
okay,
drinking
two
whatsoever. She was just there.
two people that I have talked to just in passing, that I said, oh yeah, I went to New Orleans. Oh, I was 5 months pregnant. I had so much fun. I couldn't do things. And they're like, that's
Oh
so
my
irresponsible. Why would you do
God.
that? And I go, okay, first off, I wasn't
Listen,
drinking. I didn't do, I think the
yeah,
most I did was a sip of somebody's mimosa, maybe.
Right,
That
right,
was
right,
it.
right, right,
But
right.
I mean,
Nothing.
I didn't do half of what I
Nothing.
wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly. Not
So
even close to the
I
amount of
I say I want to go back because I want to be able to enjoy. And I know it sounds so
yes.
silly, but I want a grenade. I
Do
want
it
to be able to
again
get
whenever
yes. And I'm
I'm
gonna be
ready. Let's
30 this
go.
year.
Let's go. 30.
Yes,
30
I
is a
say I want to go for
30 is a magic
31.
number. Yes, we need to go.
I want to go. We're gonna make it happen. You,
I'm
me,
serious.
Brittany, Ash,
Yes.
sister wives,
Everybody.
AV.
Everybody. Yes. All the fucking wives.
Oh my
Everybody.
gosh.
Let's do it. I'm down.
And so, see, that is what makes this even more so just a fun game, because that is what we do. We just plan trips,
Hell yes.
and your wife and everybody finds Airbnbs or VRBOs for
Yes.
us, and
Brittany is the
we just
queen of finding any kind of Airbnb. She is insane. She always finds the badass shit.
well, it's because
We
and you
stay in
know
these mansions and we're like paying pennies. I'm like, how are we doing this right now? We
she
should just live in these all the time. Just keep moving from Airbnb to Airbnb.
I tell her all the time, I'm like, I want to know exactly the ones that you found for us. I was like, because I want to go stay there again. I was like, I don't even need to do the work of like going and
Yes,
searching for something. I'm like, well, you already
yes.
found something I love. So
She
I just
finds
want to
some
stay
badass
there
shit.
again.
She does. And then she gives me options and I'm like, they're all badass. Like, but
Y'all
I'm
were the
always,
one, y'all were the one that told me about the cabins at Smith's Creek. And that
yes,
is now my favorite
yes.
place. I
Yes,
love
yes,
there.
yes, 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 yes. I know it's fucking gorgeous. You can't beat it. Like anytime being on any kind of water source is just amazing. Water, lake, river, ocean. Oh, it's just lovely.
I feel that's why I was meant to live in Corpus for as long as I did, because I'm so drawn to the water. Like
Yes,
I just
yes.
the waves, I could have stayed there. I could have quit my job and then just been a little beach babe bum
There you go.
for
There
the
you
rest of my
go.
life.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm going for. So,
We're going off on
I'm
so
still
many
trying. I'm still trying.
y'all have a little hidden oasis over there though. Like
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah, we do
love
indeed.
y'all's little piece of paradise. That
Redneck
is
paradise. Hell yes.
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 I I
Yes.
would move there any moment. I already told you. I'm just gonna go buy my own little piece, my own little lot,
Come
and
on.
I'm just gonna set
Get
up.
an RV and pull up. Hey,
Yes,
if it's on
I'm here
wheels, we
for it.
can roll it. Let's go. I like it. I like it.
We already got a truck. We're good to go.
Yes, yes, I can move it for sure.
We could
Throw
go
some
off.
wheels on it.
We
Yes,
could go
yes,
off
indeed.
on that tangent for so long.
I'm
I want
ready.
to know since so it
Just
has
gonna
now
fill my glass.
been. Oh yeah, of course. Go ahead. So
Would you
it
like
has.
a glass?
Imagine you, boo. I got this.
Oh, she got it already going on.
Yes, possible merch over here. I gotta
Yeah. Ooh,
support my
yeah.
stuff.
Represent, represent. I like
Yes,
that.
it's a
I like that.
mindset.
I
It's a
like that.
vibe.
I like that.
But no, so okay, so how long have y'all now been married?
Shit. 2 years. 2
2 years.
years.
Okay.
2 years. Since 2019. We just hit now here February 9th, 2021. So yeah, we just had our second year anniversary, and this year was cotton. So what I did was I ordered Brittany cotton roses, a bouquet of roses with just there's cotton inside of them, and it's not a real bouquet, so they'll never die. And so I got her the cotton for second year anniversary, and then she got me some cotton underwear. Kind of, they're actually right here. Hold on. Okay, for
I
cotton.
gotta see this. Okay, so what is first year then?
I won't put them on, but they say they say ballsy. Hmm, yeah,
That
maybe
is
that'll be the
un-
next
right
that'll
there.
be the next podcast that we'll do. I'll model them. You know.
You're the best. That's how
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna attract my viewers. I'll
indeed,
tag you
indeed,
and I'll be like, see the ballsy undies.
indeed, indeed, ballsy. Yeah, but she bought me this whole thing of like a ballsy set. It came with like um
Oh, it's the beard
uh
stuff, right?
yeah, it's a beard and a body wash and
That is cool.
like
I think I've seen
foot
that.
wash. Yeah, it's like a whole. It's called Ballsy. Yeah, it's a brand.
Oh, so what you're saying
I'm
is
not
I'm giving
trying
them
to sell for them. I'm not getting
I
a cut out of
I
this. So
know I'm giving them ad play and I'm
I
not
don't
even
own the
getting a
rights to
cut.
ballsy. Is that what we have to say in this matter?
No, they just are
I know.
getting free promotions right now on my own
Yes.
accord.
Yeah. Yeah. I even showed their underwear.
So
It was just a
what is year number one? What is that like the second year is cotton. So what was year one?
oh shit. Number one was paper.
Paper.
So
Okay.
yeah. Oh, do you want to see my cheat sheet?
I gotta see this. I gotta learn these things. I'm hoping to eventually become a Mrs. again eventually, if Chef
You're gonna
listens to
love
it.
this. You're gonna love this. You might want to screenshot this.
We ship everywhere, anniversaries by year.
Yeah, but
Paper,
look,
cotton, leather, fruit, wood, candy, ooh, wool,
you should probably
bronze.
screenshot this all the way to 50 years. 50
You're
years.
just gonna have to send me that. I love that.
You go all the way to 20,
25.
25, 25, and then 50. 50 years of being married, and this is what you get every year.
Oh.
So that's my little cheat sheet. And so, yeah, it was cotton. First was paper, but so the first year, what I got her, paper, it was a notebook. I got it off Amazon, and on the cover it said "married 1 year," and it was just blank pages. It was a notebook. It was for her to write whatever she wanted to write in it. So she took it, wrote grocery lists and stuff like that. But it was just, you got to do what the list says. So next year will be leather. Ooh, that might get kinky.
I
Yeah,
could see because the third year is a charm, right?
leather. The fourth year is fruit. Oh, that's okay.
We're not engaged or anything, but we have been
Right.
together for 3 years. And
Okay. Okay.
um,
Oh, yes.
with all of this weather, we couldn't really celebrate our anniversary. So we're going to like wait a
Right.
little bit. But
Right.
we actually looked at each other and I feel so bad because, it's 3 years. It is pretty significant.
Yeah, it is indeed.
And
It
I
is
just feel
indeed.
like okay, like anybody can kind of complete a 2 year, like because the first year you're getting to know the person and still figuring out
Inside and
y'all's
out. Yeah.
groove. And then so the
Right.
second year it's kind of like, all right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
If y'all don't have your shit figured
We're
out by
making we're making bodily functions in front of her, farts and burps. So we're doing all that to
yes,
each other now.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, but so if you don't have anything figured out by year two,
No,
then you kind of gotta,
yeah, yeah,
what is
yeah.
it, shit or get off the pot in a way.
Right, right, exactly. Exactly.
So we look at Chef and I looked at each other and we're kind of like, did you get me anything? Did,
Right, right,
did,
right.
did you get me anything? And I go,
Right.
I didn't get you anything. And
For
he goes,
Valentine's?
for Valentine's and for anniversary, like
Oh,
we just kind of,
anniversary. Oh, yeah,
yeah.
same day though. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So
So
y'all didn't do the gifts or anything?
we really didn't.
Yeah,
At least
right.
I don't know,
But
because
look, but
the
look,
whole COVID thing's going on,
you had amazing fucking steak that was in the shape of a heart though.
dude. Okay, so you want to know something
Listen,
fucking funny? You want to know how
listen.
big those steaks were? We did the
I,
math. We did the math. Each piece of the heart, so like the heart cut
yeah,
so
half.
the whole heart basically would have amounted to like 60 ounces or so in a
Holy
way.
shit. So you had a
Yeah,
30-ounce each
I
steak?
we had a
Oh
pretty
my
much of a 30-ounce steak each.
gosh. That is
Yeah, give or
badass.
like take maybe a little less, but it
That is
I looked
badass.
at him and I was like, I can't finish all of that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
And he
still,
goes,
it's too much meat. Too much
yeah, I
meat.
was like, yeah, I can't finish all of
I
that.
can't. That's
I
too
did
much
my
meat. I
best.
can't take it.
And he's
But no,
and
badass. That is awesome. That is awesome. See, look, for Brittany and I, our second year anniversary, we didn't go out. I made steaks on the pit. Um, um, posted on Snapchat, but the
mhm.
did steaks on the pit, baked potatoes, and um, Ashley lives next door, so I got her a steak. I don't know if you noticed that. I made 3 steaks
Yes.
that night.
She even
Yeah,
said she was like, my brother-in-law invited
yeah.
me. I
So
was
I
like,
yeah.
that is so cool.
When I
I
went to
love
HEB
it.
that day, I was like, I'm like, Brittany, Ashley lives next door. I'm like, I'm not gonna leave her out because anytime I barbecue, Ashley eats. And so I was like, it's not like it's it's nothing different. So I was like, of course it's our anniversary, but I'm gonna fucking cook for Ashley next door too.
It's
Nothing's going on. She is a sister wife. I just take care of her. I nothing's going on though.
Emily
But
would be my OG, like my OG roommate. Emily would be probably kind of like a sister wife, you would say, because anytime Chef cooks,
mhm.
Emily is always over.
Right, right.
Always. Like, and
Yeah.
it's not because, she smells the food 30 miles away. It's like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we just naturally invite her because she's,
Right.
one, good people, good energy to be around.
Right. Right,
But
right.
she is so just hooked on Chef's food.
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm
yes.
like, well, if we're barbecuing, if we're making all of this, like, you
Yes,
gotta kind
yes.
of
You
account
gotta
for
come
her
over.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
And the only
exactly.
reason she didn't go over,
And
on Valentine's was because of bad weather that weekend.
right, right. And I can understand, Chef, you whenever you want to cook for multiple people. You're like, you love cooking. You want to barbecue for multiple people. Oh
I'm
God,
I
got
I
the hand.
am that girlfriend that
Uh,
for Christmas he told me what he wanted. Like we gave each other a monetary limit. And we're like, you can't
Nice.
go over this. And our limit wasn't even that much. I think we did like 150, 175 each or so. Enough for
Y'all are richer
something.
than my blood. I
Only because like we really don't do for each other throughout the year like
know.
that.
I know.
So,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
you're
you're
yanking my
badass.
chain, I'm gonna come
You're
get you.
bad. I'm just tugging on your dick.
I see that.
Yeah.
And so for Christmas, he had kind of been hinting. He's like, well, I really want an air fryer. I really want a pressure cooker. I want, all these different things. And I'm like,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm kind of thinking about it. Well, best believe my happy ass was on the computer because we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
we were at this time we hadn't moved back in with each other. We were still fixing
Right.
ourselves.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But so that gave me the opportunity when he wasn't around. I'm up till like midnight doing lightning deals, looking
Yes,
for like
yes.
door early
Yeah.
bird specials.
Hell
I
yeah.
got I got him both for
Oh
Christmas.
shit. Damn.
In addition to like a few other things,
Wife of the year coming.
right?
What?
I'm trying over
Damn.
here.
Hit it. All
And
right, all
then
right.
in addition to my gifts from Christmas, he
Yeah, yeah.
then was also gifted another air fryer. So you would
With it.
think like, oh, I don't need one. Let me go possibly return one, maybe for something else.
Yeah.
No, his mindset to it is
Uh-oh.
I'm going to use one for entrees if needed. And then the other can be for like a side.
That's smart. That
So
is smart. That is smart. I mean,
he
that
has
is
everything
smart. I
going
mean,
all
if
at once.
yeah, yeah.
He goes, it cuts down cooking time.
You can't argue with him. You can't argue. That's smart. That is good. Nope. I'm sorry. You were
He,
looking for something to take your side.
no, I'm not. No, I was just making sure I'm not that bad girlfriend, right?
Oh
For
no, no, no.
getting my man some shit to cook me meals.
Hell no. Are you shitting me? Fuck, dude. No, you're doing great. You're doing
Okay,
great. And
great.
that's what he
Awesome.
likes. That's what he likes. He actually has a gift. It sounds like he's a badass chef,
Oh
huh?
my God. I want both of y'all to just collaborate on the grill together and just make
Yeah,
fucking happiness happen.
let's do
Just,
it.
oh my God. I could just imagine that meal being just,
Like the
ah,
heavens food of like, yes, I
yes.
agree. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready. I am ready. We need to plan something seriously, like
Yes, of course.
beach, Louisiana, something soon. I
I'm
mean,
gonna put a
not
group.
soon, but like in the next few months at least, something.
I am going to put a group together, even if it literally is like a camping trip. Like I'm fine doing a camping trip somewhere,
I agree. I agree.
but I'm going to put a group together on Snapchat or something, so that way we're able to
Oh,
definitely put like you, Brittany, Chef, me, and whoever else in a group, definitely us four at least. But
right,
to
right.
plan something, that'll be just fucking grand. I think that'll be so much fun.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
You know, what advice I feel this is going to only be the perfect way to kind of tie and ice the cake
Tell me, tell
on
me.
a perfect episode.
What do
What
you want?
would be some of the best advice you would give to any
Oh, sure.
couple, anybody starting a relationship, experiencing the low roads, the high roads. I feel that you and Brittany's relationship has definitely been an eye-opener to most, to say the least, just
Ah,
because of everything that's happened to begin with.
right. How the hell have we done it? Well, I mean,
Effortlessly. How have
it
y'all
has,
done it
it is.
effortlessly?
I wish it was that easy. I mean, let me tell you, we have been through our ups and downs, 12 years of ups and downs. And let me tell you, like I told you before, and I don't think we were recording at that time, but like I told you before, I didn't come from a family that really respected women.
Mm-hmm.
And even my mother was on a different mindset. It was very odd. My father raised me to be the womanizer, to say the least. And I was for a long time, a long time. And for me to actually, uh, for me to actually stop and calm down, and for Brittany to actually see that there's something more important to have a connection with someone than just in and out, in and out and on to the next. I was doing that for the longest time, but connection, I'd take that over any one night stand I've had in my life. And I've had plenty. I could sit here and talk about the one night stands, but I could sit here and talk about longer with the connection that it's more beautiful. It's more of a feeling, you
Yeah,
know? You know what I mean?
I
Tell you what.
100% know what you mean.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's where we come from.
And with that, I mean, I only hope to see, more of y'all successful years. I can't
Oh,
wait to, create more memories
yeah.
together and grow even more old
Hell
together.
yeah.
Y'all
Tell
are
you
some
what,
of my best golden
I'm gonna
friends.
hit
So
that
that's where I'm like,
50. I'm gonna hit that 50-year mark. I don't even know what it says. Hold on. Oh, gold.
gold. It was
Gold.
gold.
50 years. In 50 years, screenshot that podcast, people, if you can see it. 50
19, a
years.
chili pepper. Is that because it's supposed to, y'all are supposed to, 19, keeping it spicy?
Keeping it spicy. I like that. Yeah.
Y'all could get
Silver.
like a chili pepper lube.
Put it in her. Put a chili pepper in her ass. Yeah, I'm gonna light her ass up. I tell you what.
Oh my God. I
I tell you
cannot
what.
with you.
And then I'm gonna eat that chili pepper.
I
Light my
cannot.
ass up. Gotta keep it high. You know what I mean?
And with that, guys, that brings us to the close of a perfect, a golden, and definitely spicy episode for the Ship My Roommate Says podcast. If
Get
you're
that.
interested in wanting to be a guest, feel free to reach out to me at Gabby, Gabby, at shipmyroommatesays.com. We're also reachable on Instagram and Facebook at SMRS_podcast. You can listen to us now at iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, and YouTube. You name it, we're probably on it. And if you are interested in needing to get any anniversary advice, Mr. Brandon, for those who are watching on YouTube, is holding up a very, very nifty cheat sheet for some great anniversary gifts for those of my friends who are married. Brandon, it was wonderful having you. I love you
I
to
can't
the
tell you.
ends of the
I
earth.
had the biggest pleasure. I can't tell you. We got to do it again tomorrow night.
Yes, we have to do something. And then, of course, I have to have the golden couple on together eventually. And
Got
y'all will
to.
have to let
Got
us
to.
know how y'all keep it so spicy and so golden all these years. And definitely, hold on, give me a chance to get like 100 pieces of paper so I can take a lot of notes.
I got a sex box.
I'm going to save that part for after
I was gonna
this
say we're gonna save
chat.
that for next one. But look, if you want to taste, I can give you a minute.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, for the viewers watching on YouTube, y'all are getting a very spicy
We
treat
have a
for the
box.
ending of our
We
episode.
have a box with a key. So
Oh my God.
it's
And
got
with
a
that, guys, we are now not suitable for children for the evening. Oh my God.
all
I love
right, I gotta go. We
You
gotta
gotta
put
let
all
me know more.
that's
Brandon, you take care, sir. Stay warm. Have
y'all
a
are great.
wonderful evening, and we will talk soon. Bye.
Take care.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's topic and guest, just stay tuned and subscribe.